Jeopardy Contestant Botches WNBA clue with Caitlin Clark. Mix-up. The contestant thought a different WNBA star was Caitlin Clark. Jeopardy contestants might be some of the smartest people on the planet, but it's always amazing how many of them can lack sports knowledge. We saw yet another example of that recently when Jeopardy contestants blew what were two fairly easy sports questions on a recent episode. One of the clues displayed a picture of WNBA and Dallas Wings star Paige Bueckers, with the clue asking for her name. Only one contestant even tried to answer, but gave the wrong one by responding with Caitlin Clark, who looks nothing like Bueckers. Another sports clue popped up later, asking for the number of points an NFL team gets when a safety occurs. After two contestants fired off the wrong responses, the third got the answer correct by guessing two. It's understandable that the contestants wouldn't know who Bueckers is, but not knowing that picture wasn't Clark is baffling, considering she's a household name at this point. Clark and Bueckers were both the 001 overall pick in the last two WNBA drafts, with Clark being selected by the Indiana Fever in 2024 and Bueckers by the Wings in 2025. Clark has quickly become the most popular player in the league and has brought tons of new eyes to the sport. Meanwhile, Bueckers has been as advertised thus far, with the Wings guard totaling 18.1 points per game in her first WNBA season. It happened during the pro sports category, a double Jeopardy round, with only a few $1,000s separating the three players. The game was heating up. Alex, a high school English teacher from Des Moines, Iowa, selected WNBA for $800, 0 cents. Host Ken Jennings read the clue with his usual measured tone. This team, based in Indianapolis, selected Caitlin Clark as the No. 1 overall pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. Alex buzzed in immediately, a gleam of confidence in his eyes. Who are the Chicago Bulls? The room fell silent. Ken blinked a beat, then came the inevitable, no, sorry, that's incorrect. It was a moment that would soon be etched into internet history. A brief explosion of confusion as the incorrect answer hung awkwardly in the air. Viewers across the country either face-palmed, laughed, or gasped. The Chicago Bulls, of course, are not a WNBA team. They are a storied NBA franchise. Worse yet, they aren't even based in Indianapolis. And Caitlin Clark? She's the rising superstar from the University of Iowa, now lighting up the court for the Indiana Fever, very much a WNBA team. To her credit, the next contestant rang in with the correct answer, restoring some balance to the trivia universe. But the damage was done. Within minutes, the moment was clipped, captioned, and tweeted. Reddit threads sprang to life. ESPN even mentioned it in their nightly wrap-up. She tweeted, NFT reputation. Some called it a funny flub. Others pointed to it as a symptom of the broader sports culture gap. Sports meets pop culture meets national moment. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player. She's become a cultural moment. From record-breaking college performances to record-setting jersey sales in the WNBA, she's arguably done more to elevate women's basketball in the past year than anyone else. Her games now draw sellout crowds. She's featured in commercials, and she has become a regular headline maker, not just in sports, but in mainstream news. So for a contestant to fumble such a major figure and confuse her with a team that's not even in the right league, well, it was ripe for commentary. Was it an innocent mistake? Absolutely. But in the age of viral moments, intent often gets left behind. That night, Jeopardy WNBA fail trended on Twitter, and Caitlin Clark fans flooded the replies with memes and mock play-by-plays. A lesson in representation and pop quiz pressure behind the humor, there's something worth examining. Jeopardy has long been a place where contestants show off their vast general knowledge. But even the most seasoned trivia buffs can fall into pressure traps. The bright lights, the cameras, the ticking clock, it can warp even the simplest facts. And then there's the matter of visibility. For decades, men's professional sports have dominated headlines and water cooler conversations. While leagues like the WNBA have made tremendous strides, there's still a gap in cultural recognition. A contestant who might instantly recognize LeBron James or the New York Knicks could easily blank on the Indiana Fever, even if they've heard Caitlin Clark's name in passing. That moment on Jeopardy became more than just a goof. It reflected how far we've come in mainstream sports coverage and how far we still have to go. The redemption arc. The next day, Alex, the contestant in question, posted a good-natured apology on Reddit. Yes, I know Caitlin Clark plays for the Fever. Brain just blue screen. Blame it on the lights. Also, I deserve the roast. Keep the memes coming. The internet, merciful for once, responded with humor and support. Some fans even thanked him for unintentionally giving the WNBA and Caitlin Clark more exposure. Clark herself chimed in 2 days later on Instagram. I love trivia, but I think I'll stick to basketball. Go Fever. The Fever's social media team also joined in on the fun, posting a Jeopardy-styled image of Clark with the caption, "Answer, who's helping change the game?" A blunder with bounce. In a strange twist, the Jeopardy flub may have actually helped the WNBA more than a correctly answered clue ever could. Search engine data showed spikes in queries for Indiana Fever, WNBA teams, and Caitlin Clark team immediately after the episode aired. The moment became a kind of accidental awareness campaign. And maybe that's the beauty of it. We live in a world where mistakes can feel terrifyingly permanent. But sometimes they become springboards for discussion, reflection, and even progress. One contestant's brain-fogged mixed-up turned into a national conversation, not just about trivia, but about sports, representation, and media literacy. In the grand tradition of Jeopardy, I also said deliberately, like the time someone answered, "What is the Love Shack?" to a question about romantic architecture, this Caitlin Clark moment will live on in YouTube compilations and late-night punchlines. But it will also live on as a reminder, even when someone fumbles the ball, the whole game can still change for the better.